Thank you for visiting our YouTube channel. It's PBA Live Wednesday, triple header game day today. Tro pa bago yan. Heto muna ang pinakabagong updates on the PBA latest games results, the PBA Live Today game schedule, and the updated PBA team standings and PBA teams' remaining game schedule as of today, December 17th, 2025.
Here are the PBA latest games results. In the PBA out-of-the-country game in Bahrain, the rain or shine elasto painters clinched a spot in the PBA Philippine Cup top 4 as rain or shine shot the lights out from the three-point area to defeat the Magnolia timplados hotshots with the final score of 101/92. The 6'1" Johnner Clarito was named Best Player of the Game for the Elasto Painters by leading all scorers with 21 points and grabbed a total of 11 rebounds to lead rain or shine secure a twice-to-beat advantage going into the PBA quarterfinal round. Rain or shine led by as much as 16 points in this game and has successfully weathered any comeback attempts by Magnolia. Here are the full game scores. Rain or shine Elasto Painters, 101. Aside from Johnner Clarito, John Mamuyak continues to play well for Coach Yang by adding 14 points including 2 three-pointers made. Kalen Chongson also scored 14 points along with 7 rebounds and shot 4 of 7 from the three-point area. Adrian Nocum added 13 points. Veteran Stanley Pringle had his most productive game in rain or shine uniforms, scoring 9 points. And Sandy Santillan alongside Chris Porter both finished the game with 8 points each. Magnolia timplados hotshots, 92. The 39-year-old team captain Mark Barroca led Magnolia in scoring with 14 points and 5 assists. Peter Alfaro had a good game with 13 points. Javi Gomez de Leano added 12 points. Rome De La Rosa and Ian Sengaling both scored 10 points each, and Xavier Lazaro struggled in this game and scored only 9 points. Meanwhile, Paul Lee and Jerem Lastimosa got injured in the first half of this game and did not return, as it added to one of many reasons why Magnolia lost this game. Rain or shine have officially secured a twice-to-beat advantage in the next round, while Magnolia still has a slim chance of securing a twice-to-beat advantage, but they need to sweep their remaining games and hope for a better quotient. Meanwhile, Meralco Bolts CJ Cansino was named PBA Player of the Week. CJ Cansino averaged 24.5 points in 2 games last week, including a career-high 29 points in their last game against the Converge Fiber Xers to lead Meralco to back-to-back victories and secured a slot in the PBA quarterfinal round where they still has a chance of making the top 4 with a luxury of a twice-to-beat advantage in the quarterfinal round. Congrats, CJ Cansino!
Patapos na tropa ang PBA Elimination Round games at tikit-tikit at mahigpit pa rin ang labanan para makakuha ng twice-to-beat advantage. Heto na tropa at silipin naman natin ang updated PBA team standings as of today, December 17, 2025.
Here is the updated PBA All-Filipino Conference team standings as of today, December 17th, 2025. At number 1 in the PBA standings today is the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, who officially secured one of the 4 slots in the top 4 of the PBA Philippine Cup with 8 victories against only 2 defeats. Rain or Shine have won 3 consecutive basketball games, and most importantly, they will have the luxury of a twice-to-beat advantage going into the PBA quarterfinal round. Rain or Shine final game of the elimination round will be against the Brgy Ginebra Gin Kings. Holding on to that second spot is the hottest PBA team today, the reigning and defending PBA Philippine Cup champions, the ageless powerhouse San Miguel beermen with 7 wins against 2 losses and on a 7-game winning streak. SMB is in great position to also secure a twice-to-beat advantage in the PBA quarterfinals, as they only need to win one of their 2 remaining games, which is against the Terrafirma Dyip and the Meralco Bolts. At number 3 in the PBA standings today is the TNT Tropang 5G with 6 wins and 3 losses. TNT is also in the hunt for that top 4 slot in the team standings, and their remaining PBA game schedule will be against Blackwater Bossing and the Magnolia timplados hotshots. Meanwhile, for PBA teams are currently tied at the 4th to 7th places in the PBA team standings, where the Meralco Bolts currently occupied the 4th spot with 6 wins and 4 defeats and on a 3-game winning streak. The Meralco Bolts has the best quotient amongst 4 tied teams with a positive 19 quotient and just needs to win their last game to officially secure a twice-to-beat advantage, but it won't be easy as they will have the defending champions San Miguel beermen as their final assignment. At number 5 is the Magnolia Chicken Timplados Hotshots, who likewise has 6 victories against 4 defeats. Magnolia holds a -3 quotient and will play against the TNT Tropang 5G in their final game of the elimination round. At the 6th spot is the Converge Fiber Xers, who also share the same record of 6 wins against 4 losses. Converge have lost 2 games in a row and may have to play with a twice-to-beat disadvantage going into the next round, as they have a low quotient of -4. Converge last game of the elimination round will be crucial against the NLEX Road Warriors. At number 7 in the PBA standings today is the NLEX Road Warriors with 6 wins and 4 defeats. NLEX have also lost 2 consecutive games, and with their main man Robert Bollock still on national team duties, NLEX will still move on to the PBA quarterfinal round but will most likely also have a twice-to-beat disadvantage, as they own the worst quotient amongst PBA teams tied at 6-4 with a -12 quotient. NLEX will play against Converge in their final game of the elimination phase. Still at the 8th spot and looking in is the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings with 5 victories against 4 losses. The Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings have won 3 games in a row and technically still has a very slim chance of making it into the top 4, but will have to sweep their remaining games against Rain or Shine and Titan Ultra and just hope and pray for a better quotient. One more win for Ginebra will officially give them a slot in the PBA quarterfinal round. At the 9th place in the PBA standings today is the Titan Ultra Giant Risers, who is making a strong run towards the end of the elimination round with 4 wins against 6 losses. Titan have won 2 straight games and will play against the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings in their final game of the elimination round. Titan's only chance of making into the PBA quarterfinals is to defeat Ginebra and also hope Ginebra will lose to Rain or Shine. Meanwhile, 3 PBA teams are already officially been eliminated this PBA All-Filipino Conference. The bad basketball teams are... At the 10th spot is the Phoenix Fuel Masters, who finished their PBA Philippine Cup campaign with 3 wins against 8 defeats. At number 11 is the Blackwater Bossing with only 1 win and already piled up 9 losses. Blackwater have lost 9 consecutive games and will play against the TNT Tropang 5G in their final game of the conference. At the 12th and final spot in the PBA standings today is the Terrafirma Dyip, who likewise share the same standing of 1 win and 9 losses. Terrafirma have lost 8 games in a row and will play their final game of the conference against the defending champions San Miguel beermen. Phoenix, Blackwater, and Terrafirma are all officially eliminated from playoffs contention and will once again headed to an early Boracay vacation.
The PBA Live Games continues today, Tropa, at tatlong matinding PBA games ang mapapanood today. Heto ang full details of the PBA Live Today Games schedule for PBA Wednesday Games today, December 17, 2025.
Here are the PBA Live Today Games schedule, including an out-of-the-country game in Bahrain today, December 17th, 2025. The PBA Elimination Round games are about to finish, as 3 basketball games are scheduled to be played today, starting with the PBA All-Filipino Cup defending champions San Miguel beermen, who will be looking for their 8th win in a row, as they will have an easy schedule against the lowly Terrafirma Dyip in the opening game of PBA triple header today. The SMB versus Terrafirma PBA Live Today game will start at 5:15 in the afternoon. A win by SMB will officially get them a twice-to-beat advantage going into the PBA quarterfinal round. For the second game, it will be a crucial match with 2 tied teams will battle it out in their final game of the elimination round, as the Robert Bollock-less NLEX Road Warriors will be playing against the Converge Fiber Xers, where the winner will remain in the hunt for the top 4 slot, and the losing team will officially relegated to the quarterfinal round with a twice-to-win disadvantage. The NLEX versus Converge PBA Live Today game will start at 7:30 in the evening. The first and second PBA Live Today game schedule will be played at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium in the city of Manila. And for the third and final game scheduled today, it is an out-of-the-country PBA live match in Bahrain, as the crowd favorites Brgy Ginebra Gin Kings will try to get their fourth straight victory as they play the #1 team in the PBA standings today, the rain or shine elasto painters, in a crucial match for playoffs positioning. The Ginebra versus Rain or Shine PBA Live Today match will start at 11:55 in the evening tonight. Ginebra versus Rain or Shine will be played at the Khalifa Sports City Stadium in Bahrain.
And that's it for today's latest PBA and Philippine basketball updates. Sama-sama tayo manood ng PBA Live Today Games, tropa. And sama-sama din natin suportahan ang lahat ng atletang Pilipino na lumalaban sa Southeast Asian Games in Thailand, including our Gilas Pilipinas men's national basketball team. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channels, iForbes Sports Updates, and to my personal YouTube channel, Sophia Forbes Official. This is your iForbes Sports Updates reporter, Sophia, saying, let's play some balls. Peace out.